So this is a much bigger meal than what she would normally eat. It's about 300 grams. I normally base her diet off of 90 grams, but this is not uncommon. If she came across this in the wild, she would 100% eat it with no problem. And it's fine. I'll probably just skip 2 days instead of 1 for her next meal. But it definitely looks like she loved it. So yeah, that was cool. Hope you're happy, Jupes. This is a much bigger meal than what she would normally eat. It's about 300 grams. I normally base her diet off of 90 grams, but this is not uncommon. If she came across this in the wild, she would 100% eat it with no problem. And it's fine. I'll probably just skip 2 days instead of 1 for her next meal. But it definitely looks like she loved it, so yeah, that was cool. Hope you're happy, dude. Hey, what's up everybody? So the rest of this video is probably just going to be for educational purposes and just helping out anybody that's unsure what type of fish to feed their reptiles. I will try my best to include a link to a website that I've used in the past called safefish.com, and that pretty much just helps you figure out which fish do not contain thiaminase, which is unsafe for your fish to eat. So anyway, we'll get right into it. Fish that you want to stay away from is going to be anything in the carp family and anything in the minnow family. You know, goldfish, definitely unsafe. Carp, wouldn't recommend. Barbs are also in that same family. I do not feed those. Any type of minnow would be, I don't know, we'll reference that later. But rosy reds are one of them. Sardines is another, I believe. There's a lot of them. But anyway, I will include that link below so you guys can go through it yourself. And something else that helps, I come from a fish keeping background. I've been doing it since I was about 15 years old. So that kind of helps me sort through fish when I'm looking through the market. Although I won't claim that I just knew them all. There were fish in the past that people have corrected me on and said you can't use those, but like I said, that list that I will include at the end is very helpful. But we're just going to go through some of the things that I do feed pretty often. So this is one that I use all the time. This is a fish called scad, and I feed this probably more than anything else. And another one that I don't have on the table here is mullets. Those are something I buy every time I get the chance to, whenever I see them. Another one is gobies. I feed a whole lot of gobies. There aren't any on the table here because the only thing I have left is an open package, so we don't need to show that. But pretty much any type of goby is safe. And actually I do have this one species of very small goby here that I found today. It's called a sleeper goby, and these are just little teeny tiny baby ones. I like to feed these to some of my juveniles because whole prey is always best. So even though these are teeny tiny, they're still whole prey. And that's one of the things I think people struggle with a lot, especially when feeding their juvenile monitors, crocodilians, whatever it might be. Whole prey is always best. So as far as fish goes, these are great. A whole prey item that I use that's not fish for my juveniles is day-old quail and day-old button quail. Those are both awesome. But anyway, we'll get back onto the fish topic. So another safe fish that you can feed is loaches. These are specifically Boscia, and I don't normally use these, but I did find them today and I bought them because they're a smaller species of loach. But I buy those whenever I can also, so that's another one that's safe to use all the time, is pretty much any species of loach. Something also that I like to use for some of my animals is krill. Krill is another safe option. Squid is a safe option. You can use those, although I don't feed it very often just because they're pretty expensive and they're hard to find. So it's not something I give them all the time. That's kind of a once in a while type thing. Another one here is a yellow eel. Eels are also safe to feed to your monitors, crocodilians, other reptiles. This is what we just fed to Jupiter. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that. But so any type of cichlid is usually a safe option to feed to your animals. That's something I use a lot with Chico, my caiman. Another safe one is tilapia. I feed pretty much all of my fish eat tilapia. And if I could find fingerling tilapia, I would probably feed it to my monitors and my caiman as well. You guys aren't familiar with what that means. A fingerling fish is just obviously a fish that's about the size of your finger. But I've never found any fingerling tilapia or small tilapia. Only thing I can ever find is either the big whole ones, which are fine, but they're really big, or the tilapia fillets, which I feed a lot of that to my fish. I choose not to feed it to my reptiles or my caiman because it's not a whole prey item, and mostly I try to stick with whole prey. I also substitute other things for their minerals, such as livers and hearts. I do feed those, but it's just as a maybe a once a week type thing. It's not every day. But anyway, I hope this was helpful. If anybody has any questions regarding which fish are safe to feed, feel free to reach out to me. And like I mentioned before, I will try my best to leave a link to the 2 websites I know of that can help you sort through all the different fish, whether it be safe ones or if you're looking for ones that are not safe. That way you don't buy them on accident. But one more thing before I get off here is you always want to check the ingredients on the back. Hopefully you guys can see that. If not, I'll read it off to you. Under ingredients, it says marble sleeper goby, which that's a good thing. The only thing you want the ingredients to say is the animal itself. You know, if you notice anything that says ingredients, said fish plus salt, you would not want to feed that to your animal. Go ahead and don't buy it, or if you do buy it on accident, I recommend throwing it away. So that's my last tip for this one. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment if you have any questions. Thanks again. Peace out.